On June 21st, we officially welcome the first day of summer. You can join us at the Caldwell YMCA on Monday the 22nd during our regularly scheduled yoga classes to honor the summer solstice with sun salutations and celebrate the completion of the cycle that began at the winter solstice. This day represents the height of midsummer, the longest day and the shortest night of the Earth's solar year. Solstice actually means standing of the sun, and we can connect to this great turning point in the Earth's yearly cycle by taking a moment to stop, be still, and look back at our own unique journey since the winter solstice. Our yoga classes will begin with breath work, instructions on performing sun salutations, and provide the encouragement and precautions that beginners and seasoned yogis alike come to expect. Beginning with very gentle moves, we'll be adding on more intensity as we go along, but you always have the option of staying with the first gentle flow, whatever feels best in your body. There is no competition in yoga. Here we are, starting with Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, and bowing forward into a fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling into a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Moving one breath per movement as we step back into a low lunge, and then coming into a plank pose before lowering to the earth, lifting the heart and offering it forward in our low cobra or Bhujangasana. As we lift our hips back into downward facing dog, we'll continue forward by taking the same leg back up between the hands through our lunge, back into the forward fold and half lift. Coming back into mountain pose, or Tadasana as we say in Sanskrit. As we set an intention for our practice, we may wish to focus on what we intend to nurture and develop in ourselves during the coming months. The summer solstice is a doorway into the second half of the year, energizing the paths that lead within. So come stand on the threshold and ask yourself what you wish to encourage in your life. As the hands come back through prayer at the heart center, we'll notice that we find that balance between stability and strength and softness and ease. We call that sthira and sukha, and we always look for this balance in our asanas, our yoga poses. Taking long, deep breaths and taking all the time we need, we can begin again and again, lifting the arms overhead, stepping back with a lunge, maybe staying up on your toes, maybe stepping back into a crescent pose, or dropping the knee down. It's always up to you how to proceed. As we pull the front foot back into our plank pose, we can lower down, taking a cobra pose or maybe even upward facing dog. Stepping back with the same foot into our lunge pose, and eventually back into Uttanasana, our forward fold, and finally Tadasana. Remember, we can increase the intensity if we like. We can modify upwards or downwards, depending on our own abilities or disabilities. We'll offer several versions, including a few rounds of Ashtanga yoga, which is definitely a more challenging practice. In Surya Namaskar B, we begin with powerful squat or Utkatasana. Taking deep breaths, stepping or hopping both feet back into our plank pose, and then downward facing dog. And adding in our warrior one this time through. Traditionally in yoga, the solstices are often celebrated with 108 sun salutations, which can be very challenging to most people, including your seasoned yogis. In our classes at the YMCA, we will only be doing a few rounds that can fill our 45-minute class. However you decide to move, gently or with more intensity, this moving meditation allows us to reflect on the meaning of lightness and dark, and to let the light shine within our own hearts as we celebrate our outer journey and prepare to transfer our energies inward over the coming months, leading up to the winter solstice once again. I offer this opportunity and challenge you to join me on Monday the 22nd at 9:15 and 12 noon at the Caldwell YMCA for our summer solstice practice. So take a moment and admire this seasonal and astronomical turning point before the nights grow longer again. In the meantime, the warmest days of summer are arriving, even as the sun begins to spend less time in the sky.